The title of this video is Don't Outsource Your Brain. And what I want to talk about is AI. AI is an incredibly powerful tool and it continues to evolve. I use it a lot more than I used to use it a year ago, for instance, but it does make mistakes and it shouldn't take away your ability to critically think about what it's telling you. So for instance, there's a few suggestions that I would have. I am not a tech guy. I have people that work on that, but I have used it, so I've learned some things along the way, and I want to share some of those. First of all, we are in the business acquisition business. So you will be looking at prospects and their financials, and AI is super fast at analyzing financials, telling you what the EBITDA is, what cash flow numbers are, et cetera, et cetera. Super helpful. However, you have signed an NDA, and I don't know the details that are in your NDA. So you should look to be sure, and this is a question for your legal director and your law firm, can I upload documents to one of the AIs, ChatGPT, Claude, whoever you use, and is that in violation of the NDA? And then if it is, how can you correct that? That's a question for a lawyer. But here's my practical advice, is that I would not upload any documents to ChatGPT or Claude or any of those platforms and leave identifiers of the business. The numbers, personally, I wouldn't worry too much about that, but the name of the company, the address, those kind of things that could identify that prospect, in my opinion, you shouldn't do that. Now, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're really not out to get you. So I always assume that when I upload something that it might be discoverable on the web. Now, I had a corporate lawyer who once said to me and gave me some great advice, and this was in a manufacturing setting where you might have delivery problems or occasionally quality problems. And his advice was, do not put anything in an email that you would be upset by if it was on the front page of the Wall Street Journal the next day. And so he was telling us, if you have issues, pick up the phone, talk about them, but don't put in an email, this is our problem. Maybe it is our problem, but we don't know that yet. Or I think it's our problem or something like that. Great advice. So just remember what you're uploading. Just assume that it could be discoverable and could be on the web. So paranoid, maybe. Safe, good recommendation. But in my experience, even when I give it documents to review, it's not uncommon that when I say this doesn't match the data in the document, what's your source for this? And occasionally I've had it say, I can't find the source data. You mean the one I gave you? Yeah, can't find it. I've also uploaded several documents when I was working on a complex problem. And I said, please read these documents, blah, 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 blah. I had a prompt that told it what to do. And I said, when I read the response on a question, I said, this doesn't match what the data is that you uploaded. And then it wrote back to me, well, what I said was not correct. I didn't read all the documents. I thought that we might be told to read them later. Well, you were told to read them in the beginning. So, it's kind of like people. Somebody can say, you can tell them to read the documents, but if they don't read the documents, they don't read the documents. So remember that, certainly. And then remember that just like anything on the news, for instance, trust but verify. Do your own independent verification. I don't know if something is true or not. That's why you look for a couple of different sources. And if you write a letter, or ChatGPT or Claude writes a letter, it's not their problem if you send that to somebody and the information's wrong. It's your problem. Your name is on the bottom of that letter or that email. So take that responsibility as well. One of the things that I saw this morning on the news was a pastor from Florida that apparently had a pulmonary embolism. But he went on to ChatGPT to say, here are my symptoms. And basically it got back something referencing his religion, because it knew what his background was, saying that God didn't design the body to fail or something like that. And also commented that, according to what his lawsuit alleges, that it would told him not to go to the hospital, and that could potentially be a problem or be lethal, I think it actually said. Do I know any of that's true? I do not. But do I know that it frequently makes mistakes? It does. And I see that maybe a third of the time when I said, where is this data from? Or I don't agree with that. Oh yeah, your idea is better, et cetera, et cetera. So treat it as a tool, but remember, it can make mistakes. So trust but verify again. And then lastly, it's live now, but askbrucewhipple.com. And the back end of that is still being debugged. It might be, when you watch this, working, but the front side of it works fine. And that is, if you go to askbrucewhipple.com, you'll be asked 12 questions, multiple choice, and those questions will tell you and give you a score if you scroll down after taking the test. And it'll tell you what your score is and then what that score means. It will also, you might have to look a little carefully until we change the button size for the clicking on the book that I ended up creating. And it's short, it's 29 pages, but it talks about the gaps and what successful mentees do in filling in and taking care of the gaps that you might have. And that is the purpose of the test, is that when you get back to school, it'll identify what your gaps are and then suggest, and probably in a following email, suggest ways that you could correct that. So I'd be interested in your feedback. Again, it's askbrucewhipple.com. Should be live when you end up watching this video, but at least the scoring, I know, is going to work fine for you. So appreciate your feedback. Hope it helps. Hope the book helps. But just remember what I've said about AI. It's a super useful tool, but like any tool, you have to be careful in how you use it.